Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Now let us all remember that Cities Skylines isn't just for the elite creators, those of us that like to spend half an hour getting the flower in exactly the right location. No, it's for everybody, old players and young players, and today's map is by one of the younger players out there. Not only that, they've requested it, and as it's Tuesday and we try and honour every request, today is a map we'll be honouring that said request. It's not the world's greatest map, but there is plenty to talk about and plenty to look at, so we're going to take all of that in and try and give some tips to one of our new young creators. Okay, before we do any of that, it's time to settle back with your itchy fingers. That's right, itchy fingers really do help to support the channel, get me seen by more people and help me grow a little bit more every single time, so thanks for not scratching. Today's map is Peaks and Harbour by Mickenge732. Yes, as said before, they've requested it. They are one of the younger guys, so try and be kind in the comments, won't you? There's your start square. There is water there. We've got a rail line going through. We've got highways. What more do you want? That's your terrain heights. Yep, that's your terrain heights. What about the resources? Let's have a look at the resources. Bold and strong. Nothing in the start square, but bold and strong. That's all we can say about that. Let's have a look at the workshop. This is a 100% vanilla map. So if we scroll up a little bit, you can see everything there is there. There are 2 peaks and 1 huge harbour. I would argue that there's possibly 1 peak and no harbours, but we'll get to that. So anyway, this map, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be absolutely honest. Don't take this as any sort of insult, Mick, at all. It looks like it took 10 minutes to make. Alright. Time is everything with maps. The longer you spend on a map, the better you can make it. And some of the best maps can take over 100 hours. Don't have to take over 100 hours making a map. Like here, we've got double jinky janky going on here. Again, this is one of the easiest things to fix. What we'll do is we're just going to delete one of these. I'm just going to show you the difference. And now quickly it can be done. Highways. There we are. Choose the highway. Choose bendy. And there. That's how long it takes to fix a jinky janky. And already the road on the left looks a lot better than the road on the right. So yes, the longer you take with the map, the better. And one of the best ways of learning how to make a good map is look at a map that you really like and just try and copy it. I'm not saying publish the copied map, but practice. Try and recreate what you are seeing, and that's the best way of learning. Of course, watching What's Map and seeing other people's maps can give you really good ideas, but basic mechanics, just practice. Copy somebody else's work and you'll get better at it. This isn't bad, the rail over roads here, that's a good height, there's no streetlight clipping. I do try and find good things to say, and that is a good thing to say. We also got no trees in the roads anywhere. We got the much loved cloverleaf intersection, obviously plopped, it's the vanilla one, and there's, well, not really too much you can say about that because frankly it's fine. Jinky jankies there, we'll ignore the jinky jankies, and then we're out of the forests and into the barren landscape. Most of the map is totally devoid of trees, apart from the area which has got trees, and there are a hell of a lot of trees there. Going into the start square here, we've got jinky janky going into a jinky janky going into the vanilla wishbone, and then we have the highlight of today's show. The highlights. Settle down. It's the asset review. KingLeno, save us from this mundanity. It's the generic large commercial building by KingLeno. Loving this, and I love the detailing on the back wall when we get round there. I haven't looked at today's factoid, so I'll dig one out now straight off. Mark Twain. I've heard of him. He played baseball. No kidding. He was born when Halley's Comet appeared in 1835 and died the next time it appeared in 1910. So he probably didn't see it at all. Was he even aware? I mean, 1910, were they even looking at the Halley's Comet? about that time, the general people, that is. Anyway, generic large commercial building by KingLeno. This is a beauty. Like the fact that it's generic. You can put your own signs on it. A very useful building, very well rendered, very well created, and great work from the King, KingLeno. Back to the highways of Pixon Harbour by Mickenge 732. I'm going to tell you, it gets a bit bad now. Okay, jinky janky. Bends are good. Bend is very nice. And then, well, we overbend. We have to go back on it. Then it's straight here. Now, a little bit of a bow on the right there. Then we've got jinky jankies here. The road on the left now is a curve, and the one on the right has got jinky jankies because it just doesn't match up at all. Then we go into spasm mode. I don't know what the hell happens here. I mean, really? Really, truly? Yeah. And then out of here, and oh, we've got the curve with the jinky jankies on the left now. It looks like it was done by design. I've got to be honest with you. It doesn't look good. It's not the best design. Please don't do that. Don't do it again. And then off towards the fog, which means rail time. Okay, now most of the map is flat, so the rail can't be that bad, correct? But the only time we go anywhere near a hill is just up here. And I would say this is within tolerance, okay? We are just inclining slightly, but it's all fairly smooth. I'm just about accepting that. That's good. Okay, that's fine. Well done. The rail goes in amongst the trees. It makes it very hard to see any detailing errors. There's no encroaching foliage, which is all right. That looks like it would be a nightmare if we could get down and have a look, but we won't. We'll just leave it. There are other things to look at with the rail. There are other things like over here. This could be fun. Rail over road there. Can we see? Yeah, look, it looks a bit steep here. It's very steep here. We can see it here. And yeah, it's real steep up. Then it drops down again. Hello. So is that about the same-ish level as that? Possibly. I think we can do a little bit of Move It magic. Grab Move It. Come on, that's the one. Grab that node, not the pillar, the node. That's it. And we'll drop that down to about there. I know there is a slope tool, but again, just dropping that node down. Let's see if that makes any difference at all. Come around here. Yeah, already looks tons better, doesn't it? I mean, it's not great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not patting myself on the back for that. But just showing you, just something as simple as that can make a huge difference. Then we're zigzagging our way into the barrenness again. Okay, as we head around this way. Now, heading down towards the coastal line. But we can't turn left here towards the start square. So there's no access to the start square from that line, which is a bit of an annoyance, but there we are. And then this way, well, if we head off towards the fog, you may notice that there's just not enough land. There's just not enough clear land out here to put your rail on, that you have to go across the water. Okay then. Now, this is supposedly one of those harbours, yeah, or the big harbour, not one of those harbours, the big harbour. So if we were to put our harbour, let me pop this, that one, that's it, open up. And we pop that right there. Don't know if you can notice, you may notice without my help, what's going to happen here. Yeah, probably going to have shipping clipping, maybe.
Are you confused by all those buttons running along the top and bottom of the screen? And what was that icon for again? Does anyone know? Then you need BonBonB's Beginner's Guide to the User Interface. Click the information button now.
And back to Pixon Harbour by Mickenge 732. Now this end of the shipping route isn't too bad, a little bit jinky janky there, but then we end up with this right angle turning thing. Hello ship. We could take a right angle left, a right angle right. If we take a right and head in towards the harbour, yes. Then we have a right angled left, and then another right angled left, and then we have a right angled right, all straight on. Frankly, it's too angular. Okay, that's all I can say really. It's just too angular. Water flow. Please save us, water flow. There's no running water, but we do have coastal water, and it is moving past the start square. Hooray! Remember that when we get to the ratings at the end of the show. We're going to need that badly. Okay, so the map as a whole. You've got lots of forests. Lots and lots of forests. It's deep, it's dense, there's a lot of trees there. It's just a mass of trees. Okay, I'm going to grumble a little bit about where it ends. Okay, we've got this, it's just a harsh line. Okay, it's a curved harsh line, but it's no tapering. There's no fading of the forests at all. What we could do, I mean, and make the brush a bit larger. Actually, want the strength up a little bit, I think, in a moment as well. Not down. Yeah, it's too weak. We'll have to bring that up just a smidge, about 9%. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to do is just going to take out some of the density of the trees there. Now, not only does it make a slightly smoother transition between the dense forest and the barren landscape, but it also saves a few trees because we are using a lot of trees on this map. So we saved some trees by doing that, and we've got a slightly smoother transition. Hell, there's a lot more you can do with forests on this map. That is just one little quick bonbon tip for you. What more can we have a look at around here? Ah, yes, the islands. Well, we've got this main, it looks a bit like a guitar pick. It's very flat. There's nothing interesting about it. There's nothing going on with the coasts at all. And while you can build on it and do something great with that, nothing to stop you building on it. It's just uninspiring, I'm afraid. We've also got another little island over here, which we have to switch the fog off for. Can't quite see it over here, which is probably a good thing. But once we switch the fog off, I'm going to just point out that this is, well, less inspiring than the main island. You can't really build anything on it. The water is mostly over it, and honestly, that probably would have eroded away and you just have just like rocks there rather than like a grassy patch. So yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me either. I'll leave the fog off now. What's the point? Over here we've got something interesting. Now you're going to try and, I want you to work out what's this for. What's this little bit of terrain for here amongst the perfectly flat landscape? Well, I'm going to tell you that is a mistake. That's probably the most interesting part of the entire side of this map. It's a mistake. If we head up this way to the edge of the map, you can see we've got another one almost identical. And you can see it's just basically where the brush hasn't coloured in the entire area with terrain. So I'm going to fix this and make it worse by doing so. Okay, let's open this up and grab, not the smoothing tool. Come on, open it up. Then select that and make the brush a little bit larger. Yeah, a bit larger, possibly even still. Smashing and brush over there. There you go. I fixed it. Doesn't that look worse? Doesn't that look worse? Isn't it ironic that the best part about the about this side of the map is the worst part? Oh, I'm sorry, Mick. I don't mean to laugh at you. Honestly, just practice. Practice makes perfect. Oh, highways. I didn't show you this, did I? We've got the suspension bridge climbing up. Yet, clearly, Mick has got the tunnel enabler mod enabled, obviously. And so, why didn't we just have tunnels running through the hill? That would have made an awful lot more sense, I think. As for two peaks, I think that's just one peak there. Looks more like a blanket, a folded blanket on the side of the map rather than a load of hills. Anyway, Peaks and Harbour, what do you think? Is this a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only the trolls can decide. If this makes the top 10, there's something really bad afoot. Please behave. Okay. Aesthetically, what do I think? I think the police should be called. There. I'll just switch the sirens off, thank you. No, it's aesthetically, I can't find anything really positive to say about it. The most interesting part was actually the error. It's 1 star. Detailing, there's very little I can find positive to say. So many jinky jankies, nothing really to mark up. You could say there's no streetlight clipping, but don't think that's enough to get you a 2nd star. 1 star. Gameplay potential. Thank heavens for water flow in the start square. Hurrah, it's playable. It's 2 stars for gameplay. Now, Mick Ench, don't be discouraged by the lack of stars. It's practice makes perfect, but next time, rather than 10 minutes on the map, spend 5 hours. But do it over a number of weeks. You don't have to do it in one sitting. Do 5 hours. It still won't be a huge amount of time, and it won't be the world's greatest map, but you'll see a huge improvement in your own work. So well done for trying, and well done for submitting it, and well done for being brave enough to submit it. You're a top guy. Anyway, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing, for joining me for another map in the What's Map series. Tomorrow there'll be another map in the What's Map series, and there's another map on the screen now if you want to have a little vote on an older map. And of course, Duvo is now live and on the channel, so don't miss last week's episode, because there'll be another episode coming along on Friday, and that is a BonBonB promise. I'll see you very, very soon.